Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you are new. Today we're in the NASCAR Cup Series here at Dover. We're car number 15 out of 26. There's a lot of cars here. Should be fun. We have Malik Ray in here who runs in the Pro Series, which should be interesting. I need to change my page real quick because I like this page better. I just like the RPM dial mainly. But should be an interesting race. I'm happy we're a lower number for once. It seems like we've been a high number a lot lately. But there was like nearly 100 people that registered for this, so I was hoping we'd be a lower one, which is nice. I don't feel super fast, but I feel like I could be consistent enough and just try to keep it out the wall or from spinning.
Green flag.
But hopefully we can get a good qualifying time. This track is very tough. But you get right along that bottom, but you don't want to get your left tires like all the way in that white down there because it is loose once it gets down there. Like your car would just go straight into like a four-wheel drift. You can be real aggressive into these corners. You just got to be careful on exit because it will push straight up to the wall so quickly. And it really sucks when that happens. Ran a 23.15, okay. Feel like my 1 and 2 could have been better on my first lap. See if this lap is any quicker. Fastest I've ran is a 23.030, and it wasn't even like on a run-up lap like that. It was just on like regular driving and stuff. So ran a 12. I'll take that. Not terrible, not super fast, not super slow. I know some guys are getting into 22.8s. They are very fast, but it's all about if you could stay out of the wrecks here mainly. There's gonna be a lot of people hitting that wall, shooting across the track, and there's gonna be a lot of carnage in this race, I assume. So we're probably going to be starting about mid-pack or maybe further back depending on how many people actually qualify. But I'll bring you guys back and we're getting ready to go green. Alright, we're starting 11th, nearly mid-pack. It's going to be sketchy around here, probably, most likely, through this race. I'm hoping we can finish top 10. That'd be great. I feel like that'd be a solid run for us, because I know there's some faster guys that either didn't qualify or probably messed up their qualifying.
Eric,
they're a little slower. But yeah, he ran an 8 up there. He's flying.
This is the first officials that I've done in these this year, so
that's kind of funny.
I have no idea how I did that.
Yeah, I ran this track in this car combination
you're going way too
last
fast,
year
man.
when the next gen car was still in development and everything.
2286. I'm sure you can pick it up a little bit.
But they drove way different back then. I was actually watching it earlier because I
gotta pick it up. I got my leak.
I wanted to see how to run this track again, but these cars drive completely different than they did back then. That was like 10 months ago, I think it said. And we had a really good race. Ran up front all day, led the last 2 laps and won it. It was off of basically pit strategy. Because a couple guys took 2 tires. We were the first one on 4s, and then there was a quick caution, had green, white, checkered, and we were in second for the last green, white, checkered, and 2 tires just wasn't it. So, had a good race, actually won in these things. It's the only time I've ever won in a NASCAR, like, cup race. I won once in the trucks. So, hopefully we could have a pretty good race here. 2 sets of tires, 60 laps. Hopefully we can go green to the end. That'd be crazy. Because the way I anticipate running this, I'm not going to go as hard as I did in qualifying because I'll burn up my tires so quickly. Like I did a couple 10-lap runs, and I ran 10 laps like the qualifying line I did, like going super hard into the corners, and my front right was at like 92. Then I ran about 10 laps just backing it off going into corners, and my front right was at like 95, so made a big difference. So I'm probably going to be doing that, just backing it off a little earlier, get into these corners. Just to be smooth and try to get right on the bottom and not push the car too hard off these corners. But hopefully we can have a good race. Restarts and the start of the race will be in first gear. Get in the second quickly after that. Try not to wheel spin. Because we're going so slow during the pace lap. And then being further back in the field, there's a lot of accordion effect.
Why stop it?
I don't know why everybody just like start, stop.
Sorry.
Waiting on the leader. He's really waiting on it. 14 car had a pretty good jump there. He jumps down immediately. Got to remember we're going to get into 5th gear, probably off of turn 2. 14 messed up there.
Still there.
He's gonna do it mid-corner, it'll be fine.
Still outside.
Try and...
Inside.
22. I don't think anybody can have a slower reaction.
Oh, jeez, I got...
Oh, they're wrecking.
Saved it.
Inside, inside, inside.
Might have been my bad for sure.
Still with you, inside.
Because I was just trying to take the corner, and I think the 21 was like a little high going into the corner, and I was like right on his right rear. And I think the 4 was just to my inside.
You know, if you guys want to go to the front, you should qualify instead of run people over. You know, that works.
Still inside.
I think the 4 did qualify and he screwed up
Maybe
his
you
lap.
just need a spotter and not keep coming down.
Still
Oops, my fault.
there.
Well, it wasn't me that you turned, so
No, yeah, I definitely think it was my
be
bad.
aware.
Still there.
Run.
I didn't know if I had a guy to my outside, which was the
You know,
problem.
it'd be like that sometimes.
Clear low.
No, yeah, that was definitely my bad. I wasn't 100% sure if I had a guy to my outside or not. I don't think so, so that was definitely my bad. Because everything was happening so quickly. I'm happy we saved it, though. We didn't get any damage. Just slid. That was about it. That was terrifying, though. I knew being in the middle of the pack would be scary. That guy's going to go straight up into the wall. He saved it. Stayed straight. Checked up a lot for that, though. We lost a lot of ground, but that's alright. Rather do that than get up in a wreck. Alright, let's try to get in a groove here. Try not to kill our tires, because we already slid them and stuff. I need a caution, kind of, because of things that happen. See if we can get to the outside of 17 here.
Still there. Clear inside.
You can make good side-by-side racing happen here. You just got to be careful with it. Yeah, I want to back off a little early like that instead of going too deep into these corners and just try to get a good run off of 2 and 4, because don't want to get up in the wall like that. Oh geez, this guy's all up in the wall. Don't clip us. Thank you. That was terrifying. I was trying not to move the wheel too quickly and get sideways or anything. Almost got clipped by him. That was terrifying. Everybody keeps either getting in the wall or getting sideways and saving it and not getting a caution brought out. I wouldn't be mad with a caution, though. We probably had the slightest bit of damage on our back left. I'm not that worried about it. Let's see if we can actually get some laps in here. Like, clean, because it seems like every time I want to get in a rhythm, something happens right in front of me. I'm getting sideways off of turn 2 right there. I got a little low. I try to get in the corner, tap the brake a little bit, and set the car, and just kind of go smooth along the bottom for the most part. You can kind of be like half a lane up and get like a better run off the corner, I think, if you can get it turned down.
Watch out here in
coming
the
off.
back.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a wreck for sure, or caution.
Pick up.
Caution, caution.
Just gonna ride right along the wall, cause oh, there's someone up there actually.
Close.
Cause
Close.
they'd probably slide
That's
down the
shit.
track. Oh, the 4 car ended up in it.
Line up behind the 17.
Maybe he wasn't so aggressive,
Irony.
but it is what it is. I know definitely in the beginning it was my fault, like 110% it was my fault, but I don't know if he was actually in that wreck or not. 'Cause where is he?
Base car 3.
Oh yeah, I think he was in that wreck. Yeah, he's in 24th now. He was in that wreck. Don't know exactly what happened. We'll see after the race everything that happened. Get my slide probably as a good thumbnail, I feel like.
Ryan, I'm so sorry if you got involved in that.
Get up here, try and get in the
I
pits
just
here.
barely missed
Take
you,
one
dude.
of our 2 sets of tires.
Damn. To be honest, I'm surprised it took you
This
that
pit
long
lane is
to
so slow.
spin it. I mean, when you hit the wall there, I thought you were gonna wreck at any corner from that point on.
With how fast you go at
Dude,
this track, this
I
pit lane
have raced
feels
several of these. I've
like
not
you're
been that fucking
crawling.
loose
It is
at all
terrible.
this week.
What number? 15. Looking
It's,
for our pit
it's the aero
side.
damage these things get when you hit the wall. It just gets super loose. It's like what little
Just
side
gotta
force
not
these cars have,
slide
just-
through it.
It goes away.
We have like
when you hit
18
that
seconds
wall.
of damage, I think it is. I can't see. Yeah, 18 seconds of
Yeah,
damage.
I mean, I barely hit it. No
Just gotta
damage,
watch for
zero
the
hit.
pace
I
car
felt
coming
good,
around.
and
But
it was just fucking. I mean,
we got a couple laps under caution here. I'll come out of the pits, get all my damage fixed, and I'll bring you guys back and we get ready to go green once again.
Oh, man, be one to go.
Oh, we're actually inside.
You're gonna
I thought we
line
were
up
in
the
18th.
inside.
Alright. That wreck took out 3 people, I think. Because I think I looked at the standings. It took out the 8, the 4, and the 19. Or the 19 might have taken himself out earlier. I'm not sure. But now we're at the very back of this pack. Got to worry about the guys wrecking right in front of us, coming off these corners. Got that damage fixed. It was only that 18 seconds, so it was fine. It was just on our back left too. It didn't really make the car drive any weird either, like any different. So we should be fine for the rest of the race as long as we don't get in any other incidents. Try to stay out the wall for the most part. And just try to drive it smart for the rest of this, because the beginning was just so hectic and things happened so quick here. I don't think I had a guy on my outside, and I was kind of just following the car in front of me a little bit, and I was on his back right. And then when he turned down, I started turning down and came down on the 4, I believe. Which is unfortunate. I didn't mean to do that, but luckily we saved it and didn't collect anybody else up in it. It was a hell of a save, though. If I do say so myself. I'm happy I do a lot of dirt racing. 17's gonna come down. I figured that was gonna happen, so backed out for him. We might be able to make something happen on this outside, but I'm also putting myself in a box if something happens right in front of us is the problem. Yeah, they're checking up really hard on the bottom lane coming off these corners, which I figured would happen. 25 got way down on the apron. You hit the apron down there, it'll shoot right up. Try to stay out the wall there off 2.
Sorry.
Getting way too high into the corner. Kind of just like being ultra safe with what happened earlier in the race. Try not to come down on 17 down there.
Still inside. Still inside. Inside clear. 1 inside.
That was like the same thing right there where I was behind like the 25. I think earlier it was the 21. And then I kind of just followed him into the corner a little bit. Okay, we got clear of the 17. Ooh, that kind of broke loose odd going into turn 1 there. I did not like that. Oh, jeez.
Outside.
25 got sideways. I got sideways. I saved it. 25 didn't. He used the inside wall. The hell was that about? That was weird. I don't know why my tires hated me there in that corner. Like, it was sideways kind of getting into turn 1 and then sideways coming off turn 2. Really oddly. So let's get this thing in top 10, sir. We are 10 spots away from that. Have you not seen what's been going on this race? Spotter, I think that I would love to be up there. That's my goal for this race, but I don't know if that's possible at this point with how we're driving. My tires are hating me. We just got to be careful, let them cool down a little, I think, and then try to move up if we can get a green flag run. Thing is, we only have 1 more set of tires for the rest of the race. So we got to be careful with pitting as well under caution. Got the 23 in front of us. See if he'll overdrive the corner. He nailed his left side on something. He probably got sideways earlier on and went to the inside wall and nailed it. It's what it looks like. He pancaked that left side. See if we can get a good run off of turn 4 here on him. I feel like turn 4 I can be a little bit more aggressive on. It doesn't get as loose there.
Still there.
It doesn't feel as tight off of turn 4, and it doesn't get as loose to me at least. Okay, I got 24 up next. See if we can continue doing what we're doing right now, because it feels smooth enough to where I can get by some guys. Just have to watch that pack up in front of us too and make sure none of them are wrecking. Just want to try to save the tires in case we go green the rest of the way. Don't want to go too deep into these corners. This 24 keeps going super high into both 1 and 3, so we should be able to get by him, I feel like. Is that a wreck up there?
Check
Oh,
up,
that
check
sure
up, check up,
is.
check up.
What was the fucking caution for?
Lawson?
Okay, man,
What
I
the
don't know.
hell?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
24 went high there, which was sketchy. I didn't
Man,
know
I'm
if
so
that
sorry. That was
guy
all me.
didn't know if that guy was gonna come back
really
down
sorry
or
about
not.
that.
The guy behind me
Dude,
really
did you
checked
just
up
get
last
pounded
second.
or what?
Behind
Who
the
was that? I don't
24.
even know what car was
It's
sitting there
middle back.
sideways. Not sure who it
I
was at
hooked in the
all.
left rear accidentally.
14 hooked somebody in the left rear.
Why the hell are you trying to do that for?
I don't think he tried to hook him.
I really wasn't. I just hit that bump and it messed me up.
I think
man.
there's gonna
know
be a
that was
lot of
bad,
people
but
up there
sorry about
pitting is the thing. And I don't blame them, but I don't know what the hell to do because I don't want to be up in front because I think that's a bad idea. I don't know what the heck to do. I'm gonna come in and take the tires and just, I don't know. I don't like strategy calls. I hate it. I really do. I just don't want to be up front. Okay, why are you bumping me? I'm going 34, 35. I'm gonna, well, I might have damage now, so that's nice. But, I'm not gonna take any tires. I just don't want to be up front, mainly, is the thing.
5,
So, I'm gonna just pit,
1.
come out, like,
Right here.
when I'm supposed to for the most part, and just try to work my way up, because I don't feel confident enough with how we've done today.
Go, man, go, 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 go.
And
go, go,
just
go.
try to work our way up the field. Let this guy by. Then we'll come out. But we're gonna have a couple
5
laps
minutes
under
required,
caution.
thanks.
I don't know where we're gonna be in the field. I'm hoping around like 12th or so, because I feel like we can run
No
up there.
reason to do that.
I did not want to be in the very front of the field
Well,
because it's a
they don't
very
help
fast
with the fucking
field
16 car, don't
and
use no
wreck the whole
brakes.
field. Maybe at the very end I do that, not halfway through this race. So we still have a set of tires for later on, and I'll bring you guys back when we get ready to go green.
And 1 to go.
Alright, so we're in 14th. That's where I was hoping we would be around, about like 10th to 15th,
Looks like you'll be
something like
lined up
that.
behind 11.
I feel like I could run around here still. They might have some fresh tires though, and I don't. But I still have one set left for when there's another caution. There most likely will be one. Then I'll go take that set. But a lot of these guys up front didn't pit the first time around, so they had 2 sets left. And I think the very front guys might have stayed out, like, oh no, the 7 and 17 or 9 and 17 are still up there, so I don't know. I don't know if the 17 was up there at first, but I thought 2 guys stayed out. They might have been lap down cars as well, trying to get wave around. Not 100% sure about that. But yeah, weird strategy call, I know, but I didn't want to wreck the whole field, is my thing. That's how I looked at it. If there was like 5 laps left, then I would have stayed out.
Going
It
green.
made sense.
Yes, we are.
Just with the
Thank
amount
you
of
for
laps
taking
left,
care
I
of
don't think it was the smartest thing to do.
Face cars off. Be ready.
Waiting on the leader up there. It was hard to see when he actually went because 3rd place actually got a really good jump right with him. The outside lane was pretty good too, staying right with him.
Inside. Still inside.
Alright, hopefully our tires don't hate us again.
Go there.
Since we were able to go through a little heat cycle and get them cooled down, hopefully they're alright. Try to slot in behind
Come on,
this
Stu,
guy.
come on.
Clear.
Somebody
on
got in
over
the
one.
wall up there, I'm assuming. That's why everybody's spread out, I'm assuming. Somebody else might have gotten in the wall or almost into somebody else.
Inside.
Got the 6 car to our inside.
Still inside.
Yeah, they probably have fresher tires than I do. I'm just trying to stay out of the way for a little bit until we get a caution and I can go get my new fresh tires along with everybody else.
Clear. Inside. Inside. Still there.
But we're doing fine. I'm just trying to stay out of trouble.
Still
Because
inside.
people keep taking themselves out in these wrecks. There's been like 4 guys, I think, just completely taken out. Somebody on the bottom really slow
Clear,
there.
Clear, clear.
Try to drop back in line here behind the 24. Not sure if this 21 has a bunch of damage or why he was so slow right there. I think he checked up for something happening up there and then he just never really got back going.
Here. Stand by.
He might have just stayed in 5th gear and it was a slow roll up the speed. Ooh. 21 sideways there. Luckily he saved it.
Clear, clear, clear.
Didn't come back up the track, which was nice. He's really struggling with the handling in his car right now. Seems like in the draft it's a little looser than it is by yourself. Because when I was practicing and stuff, the only time it got real loose like that on me was when I was riding right on that white line down there. Not even a white line, but you know what I mean. It's where the rubber's not down there. You got your left tire just on that before hitting the apron and pushing your car up. You're able to hook right down there, it got loose. But in the draft, it seems like the arrow is a little different. Like it's just off. But we're in 17th right there, it just got loose again. Going into turn 1, there's a huge bump, and it keeps getting loose on me there, and I don't like it. Gotta be really careful going into turn 1. 21's trying to come back to our bumper. I'll let him go if he gets a good run. I'm not trying to race too hard. We still got a lot of laps left. Still got 25 laps left here in this race. So I'm assuming there's going to be a caution with how some of these guys are running too. I don't know how if 2 of my slides I didn't bring out one, but because I was able to save it on both of them. I don't know how. Because when these cars get loose, it's bad. They're like damn near impossible to keep going forward. Most of the time you'll get spun around. Oh geez, it got loose again. I don't like turn 1. And it makes me scared for hitting the gas off of turn 2 if it gets loose in the 1 like that.
Inside.
Yeah, he wanted to go deep into that corner.
Door.
You could have it.
Clear, clear, clear.
Go up there and spin yourself out again. And I'll go right back by you. Seems like the second lane is a little bit safer and you can get down coming off the corner if you let off enough. It's a little safer for like not spinning out and stuff. Just casually waiting on that caution though. Any second now. Up front they're pretty spread out. Like this Hornet's nest back here is sketchy. I'm waiting on somebody to get hooked. Or up in the wall. The 9 car nearly got in the wall. We had a really big run, just checked up for it. Nine cars stuck on the outside right now. Oop. 21 gets into the 9. Oh, we missed that.
Appreciate it, dumbass.
Still inside.
I don't know how the 9 ended up all the way back here, though. He was the guy on pole.
21, you're an idiot.
Go there. Clear if you need it.
I don't know how we missed that. I thought he was bouncing off the wall right into us, and then we got sideways trying to miss him. Oh, jeez. That got my heart going. I was really hoping there was going to be a caution, though. But I guess he saved it. He got put in the wall and then saved it. Thank you, 26, for letting up, though, and not just running us over. Because he easily could have. I'm pretty sure the 21 hit the apron there, trying to get too much out of it.
With you, Cody. I wasn't trying to do anything. Appreciate it, dumbass.
Because off of turn 4, you can be a little bit more aggressive. He might have just been a little bit too aggressive, though.
20 laps to go.
But yeah, something's got to be wrong with the 9. Maybe he didn't pit or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, point blank simple, you're faster right now.
I definitely think he would have pitted on that second caution. But maybe he didn't. Or he got in the wall a couple times and his car is really messed up. I'm not sure. I know he was the leader on the restart. And now he's back behind us and we're pulling away from him. So something's definitely wrong. He definitely got put in the wall there. So... Alright, we really need a caution now because we are deep in this field. Maybe I should have taken those tires. You never know how it's going to pan out though, but I didn't want it to come down to like 20 laps left and I had no sets of tires. And everybody comes in. I didn't want to be out front at that point. The only time I want to stay out there on the only set of tires I had left would be with like 5 laps to go. 5-10 laps ago, like right at the very end. Still think I can get passed by a ton of them on fresh tires. Because tires do mean a good bit here. As you can see from like the beginning of this run, I was stuck on the outside and people just kept running me down quickly. They're still in like a line right in front of me with a bunch of cars. They got like 6 of them there now because the 26 caught them. So I'm waiting for something to happen. One of you guys get hooked. Almost 3 wide. They're making it sketchy. They're giving me hope. That's it. Because I'm not really catching that group at all. Well, I am a little bit with them battling, but when they're single filed out, I don't really catch them at all. But my front right was at like 97 or something when I pitted, so it was, ooh, he might have gotten hooked by the 21 or just got really loose like I have in that corner, and he got more loose. Good save though. Don't know how he saved it. Catching the tail end of this group now, and we're getting caught from a lap car behind. He's probably on fresh tires. Ooh, don't get in the wall there. That would have been really bad. It was sketchy coming off turn 4 though. I think I might get in the wall. He nearly did, or he might have, because the way that they fanned down. Who is that? The 24 car? The hell of a save he had going into turn 1 earlier, a couple laps ago. But I can imagine if we get a caution like right now, we wouldn't go green until about like 7 laps left or so. There'd be some people taking 2 tires probably, and I just don't think 2 tires is the play. This track eats up tires, and you kind of need 4. 24 blocking some. Going in really low there. 26 kind of drifted up from like the line of sight going into that corner. This 24 is going to get himself hooked from the 26.
Run low, Tyler.
Doing good up top. Thank you.
I hope this 26 gets a good run on him and hooks him or something. Because this 24 is blocking for some reason, hard as hell. Might be able to get under him as well. Oop, 26 hit that inside.
Outside.
Ooh.
You're clear.
Nearly got hooked by the 24. 26 hit that apron, pushed up into the front of the 24. 24 didn't get in the wall, but he let up, and it looked like he turned left to try to hook the 26. It was sketchy. That was very sketchy there.
10 to go.
We do have this lapper right behind us, but I don't think he's really trying too hard. I think he's just sitting there running. We're up to 17th. Not terrible, but not great. We are car number 15 in this room, so that's nice at least. We don't have leaders catching us. Well, they are catching us at some point probably. I just don't see them on the relative nearby. So that's good. We won't go a lap down. I'm hoping for another mistake from this 26. I keep getting pretty good runs on him off these corners right now. Tires are so worn out. Like, we're like a second off of where you are on fresh tires. It's crazy. But we have had about like 40 laps in these tires. Yeah, we won't go a lap down, which is nice. I'm just banking on a caution at some point here towards the end. Somebody getting too aggressive. Getting right to the bumper of the 26. Trying to get him to overdrive it a little bit too much like that. That's going to hurt him some, but he's going to have a good run off if he checked up enough. I feel like I'm a little bit faster even on these really old tires. I'm just trying not to push it too hard and get into them or anything, but we had a real good run there in 3 and 4. Really shocked by how fast we were in that corner. Lap car is going to follow me on by him, it looks like. So we're up to 16th. That's nice. Might gain a little bit of iRacing here or lose the slightest bit because we're like right around our number. There's 26 in the room. I don't know where we'd have to finish, to be honest. Probably like 14th or so.
5 to go this time.
Let's see if we could try to get away from the 26. I don't know if this lapper is really going to try to pass us or not. I'm just trying to run nice and steady. Probably still would have been back here even if we took the tires, to be fair. Because when we pitted, we were, I think, on that second caution, I think we were like 18th, 19th, 20th, something like that. Because we were towards the back from everything that happened. Yeah, you could take it, dude.
He knows you're coming.
You're on fresher tires for sure, and you were probably just getting tired of me. You're on a lot fresher tires. What lap are we going to? 58 out of 60. Almost finished with this thing. We pulled away from the 26. That's nice. Still have a set of tires if there happens to be a caution. But I think most people do, unless they pitted the first time with me and took tires, and then the second time. I think everybody pretty much pitted on the second time around too. I thought there was going to be more cautions in this race. I really did. 2 laps to go. Just got to not put it in the wall, and we'll come home 16th, which I'll be fine with. Leaders have definitely taken the white flag already. Says race will be official, no more cautions. Unfortunately, we didn't take our set of tires, but it was a weird strategy call. Kind of worked out in the way I was thinking, kind of in a way. But I just didn't want to be in a bad situation and wreck like half the field. That was my whole thing. Because you never know how it's going to turn out. Who ended up winning it? We'll see in a second. Solid race though. Once we got past lap 20 or whatever, when that second caution was, had a green till the end, so that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, thanks man.
We were on a different strategy with some old tires at that point, so that's unfortunate, but we come home 16th. Who ended up winning
like I
it?
might have put a
The one car did, and Malik
block.
Ray was second. Good run by them. Go up and see if they had any sort of battle there at the end or not. I'm not sure. Because .6 isn't like super close, but see if Malik tried to do anything here in this last corner. He has a complete red car. It actually looks really interesting. I like it. Oh, he just overdrove the hell out of that corner. Went way high. He was a lot closer than .6 there at the end. But let's go back to the very beginning where craziness happened with us. I think it was in this first lap, to be fair, because so many things happened so quick. Like, my mind was just going, and I didn't have a lot of time to really think about it. Because he had a really bad exit. The 17 was almost out there. Oh, that was some net code. That was some damn net code for sure. That is super unfortunate. I definitely came down on him, but net code definitely caught us right there, because that shouldn't have happened. I would have been like just a little bit higher. Don't know how we saved it. Oh, the 17 actually got into us, which I did not know. Don't know how we saved that, to be fair. That was kind of crazy. But let's look through some incidents here through this race. 9 car was very fast. I would like to know what happened to him later on. I think I get in the wall a little bit or something. Yeah, I got in the wall some there. 18 probably gonna swing it out, smack the wall. Oh no, it might be the bump. Oh, I swear to God, that like shows for like everybody. The bump going into turn 3. If it just shows that for about everybody, that's gonna be really annoying. Don't know what happened there. 4 car barely scraping the wall. I think he was a part of the first wreck, so it'll be interesting to see what happened with him. Yeah, it's just people like going through turn 3 and bumping it. Oh, a little bit of netcode between them. I was right behind that. That was sketchy. But he got sent in the wall. 1 car was working his way up. I think he kind of messed up in qualifying, didn't he? Where did the 1 car start that? 'Cause I think he started behind. Oh no, he didn't even qualify. That's what it was. But he ended up winning the race. Good run. I think I was right behind this one too. 17 pushed up. Got into the 24 the slightest bit. Almost turned him around. 24 had a lot of close calls in that race. Scraping the wall there, it looked like. Probably once again. Oh, he got sideways off that corner. Oh, I don't think I noticed that happen. He got in the wall. We barely missed him. Oh my gosh. We literally barely missed him. I thought he was going to come back down and hook us. I didn't want to move the wheel too fast because I didn't want to get sideways going into the corner because that would have been a really bad situation. Seemed like there's a lot of really big netcode issues here. 6 car real sideways, nails the wall off of turn 2. Just really nailing it all the way down, and that's what happened up here. That all happened just because of the 6 car. I don't think the 8 saw it at all. I think he said that in the what's it called, caution. He didn't see it happening at all. Hits the back of the 11. gets sideways trying to miss him at the last second, gets back sideways trying to save it, comes up and nails the 4 car. They go into the wall. And then I think somebody nailed the 4. Oh no, I think the 8 car is saying he was the one that nailed the 4 car. So yeah, that's unfortunate altogether. Pit stops happening. 18 under caution. What was the second caution? I honestly don't even know. Almost a 3-wide battle up here for top spots. Ooh, 12 car got in the wall, came down, nearly wrecked the field there. That's the position I did not want to be in after the second caution. Like, I didn't want to be up front doing that. Yeah, there were just so many of these, like, incidents for some reason. I don't know why. It's just, like, people bouncing into the corner. Like, their car is scraping the bottom. So weird. I just want to see the people hitting each other. That's it. 5 car got sideways. I got sideways literally directly behind him. Like, right behind him at the same exact time. But I save it. The 25 uses the wall and nails the inside. I don't know how we didn't do that. I thought for sure I was going to. Side-by-side racing looks clean. 13 and the 14. I think there were just like a lot of big... Oh, no, never mind. That was not big netcode. That was just the 14 coming up, I think. Let's double check that. The 14 coming up. Yeah, 14 was just coming up. 13 was right on the wall. Spins him out. Anybody else end up a part of that? Does not look like it. Oh, who was that? The 16, I think? The 24 back there. I remember going close to them for some reason. And this must be what happens to the 9, because I think it happened early. Nothing happened there. I think there's just like a lot of big netcode issues with this track, it seems like. Because people getting close to the wall. 9 car scrapes it there off turn 4, trying to push it hard because the 1 car is chasing him down. He's probably going to get in the wall some more, I'm assuming. 14 tries to come down last second. 10 car is not ready for that, but he's trying to save it. Does he save it? Yep. That's what checked up the 21 and stuff all right there. I don't know why the 21 was so slow after that for a while. Really don't. But the 4 car, 14 got to be real loose after that moment. Did the 9 stay out? Is that what happened? Hang on. Let's see. First caution happens. Did he stay out? Is that everything that happened there? I just want to know, because he fell off so hard. Yeah, I guess so. He must have just stayed out. Oh wait, I think everybody stayed out the first caution, second caution. My bad, my bad. Did he stay out here too, or like what happened? Because I assume everybody would have pitted. Oh, he did. He stayed out. Might not have seen pit road was open and everybody else behind him comes in. That is what happened. Yikes, that sucks a lot. Because he was falling back really quick and I was wondering how we got by him. I thought he either had to have gotten in the wall and got a lot of damage, or that might have happened, which I'm shocked that he didn't pit on the second caution because that was about lap 20. And you have 2 sets of tires. So I am completely confused by that. Even after everything, the 6 car, where did he finish? He nailed that wall earlier, and he finished 12th. So, good run by him. 14 car getting up right near the wall, doesn't hit it. Yeah, right there is when the 9 car really got a lot of damage. The 21 was trying to get a good run, hits that apron, and it just sends him right back up. I thought we were getting hooked there. 26 was very close to getting hooked. Somehow, none of us did. Seemed like 17 got in the wall. 6 car did not get into him though. It was clean. 24 was pretty far up there at one point, it seems like. He fell all the way back to us, I believe. These two, 25 gets in the wall. 24, oh yeah, he was doing a lot of blocking. Oh, that's what happened. That's why he got so sideways in that corner. He just like braked really hard for some reason, like super early. 21 was not ready for that braking zone, but good save. I thought the 24 just got loose going into the corner like I have a couple times. It was just like a lot worse, but it definitely was not the case. But he ended up back by us. The 26 hits that apron, goes all the way up, pushes him. Actually, he actually gets all the way in the wall. I didn't think he did. Somehow we didn't get hooked there again. We got lucky a lot of times with not getting hooked into the wall. 5 car into the wall a little bit. It was a pretty clean race after that second caution. I'm shocked by that because I thought more cautions would bring more cautions because everybody's bundled up and just hit each other. like the beginning was. Yeah, there was just something weird with the netcode here, because really people are not getting in the wall. 17 might have kissed it there. Are these guys really going to wreck in the very back with the last 2 laps? Oh, yep. 24 nailed the wall. 18 had nowhere to go, just on his bumper, nails the back of him. 21 pushing hard. 17 just got in the wall. That was about for 13th, it looks like. Oh, and this is after the race is done and stuff, so he's just riding the wall at that point. But we bring it home 16th. After the start, I'm shocked we didn't wreck. I'm happy we didn't, so don't know if we're going to gain or lose any iRating being car number 15, but there was a lot of lower numbers ahead of us and some really high numbers really low. So don't know how it's going to pan out. Probably going to lose a little bit, which is okay. I think we only ended up with that 4X through the whole thing. Yeah, we did, which is fine. A 4X isn't going to hurt anybody too badly. So let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. All right, results in strength of field was quite high, 38.08, top split for sure, 4 different lobbies. There's a little bit over 100 people, I guess, that registered, 26 per lobby, maybe 25 for a couple others. We ended up finishing 16th, lost 9, that's not too bad, lost a little bit of safety, 0.02, which isn't bad either, but Dover's a very tough track, very, very tough track. Yeah, Malik runs in the Pro Series, I figured that, because I've seen him run there before. He's very fast. I think it's the second time I've ran against him. I'm not 100% sure. I kind of recognize Justin's name. I'm not 100% sure where from. I might have ran in a league with him like 5-6 years ago, maybe. I think that might be where I recognize the name. He was always very fast, if it's the same guy I'm thinking of, but had a good run for the most part after the first lap, and got really lucky after that, not getting hooked into the wall a whole bunch. But Dover is very tough. You gotta take your tires when you can, I guess. Thought there was gonna be a lot more wrecks. Don't know how there wasn't with how many people got in the wall, because I thought people would get in the wall, slam across the track, wreck some more people, but we didn't get lucky enough for that to happen. Got up to 16th somehow, and I guess I should have taken my tires on the second caution, but didn't want to put us in a bad position later on in the race. But it wouldn't have mattered, but you never know how it's gonna go. It's always a strategy, lucky, random call wherever you go. So Dover's tough. If you ran this earlier this week, let me know how it goes. Maybe there was a bunch more cautions in your race. Hopefully it went green all the way, because it seems like you can get some really good racing here. There's only 2 cautions for 8 laps. I'm interested to see the other splits on how they went. They could be still going with a bunch of cautions, who knows. So appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race nonetheless, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.